Hi everyone, it's Sunday and Lunar Day 4. Uh, it's a rainy on and off day here in the forest where we've been outside doing some pottery, and also I've been taking the bowl of the still and taking the mugwort, the water that the mugwort was above, which accumulates its own green, incredible green colour, from the steam that recirculates up and down and up and down and up and down. And so we end up with lots of goodness in that. So what I did was boiled that down a bit today, probably reduced it by 2/3, and then the next step will be for it to evaporate until we have a dried powder left over. That'll get added back in. So that was the main work for today. The other work was packaging up some seeds to go out with orders. So, you know, these are our little seed packets. I currently only have mullein and henbane left available. Clary sage is sold out for now. For a few people who may have come to YouTube and don't really know what sort of products I make. I've been using the Royal We a lot. I don't know where that's come from. I make flying ointments. This is Sasori. It's a whole plant divination balm. So I take the whole plant, so the flowering tops, the leaves, and the roots. So I literally pull the whole plant out, clean it off, of California poppy, skullcap, yarrow, and calendula, and I put those into the copper thing and allow it to slowly infuse. And then I make my balm from it alongside some ritual stuff that happens. But that's a whole plant divination balm. So, you know, you would use that before you undertake some divination, and hopefully it will enhance your results. I also have one of my classics, which is Somnio. It's a psychic dreaming balm. It's mainly a clary sage based balm with yarrow and valerian, eyebright, star anise, and damiana. So it has that overtone of the star anise, and there is lavender and heather in there as well, that also just combine to make a really incredibly beautiful smelling balm to place near your heart and on your temples, and on your wrists before you sleep, so you can have psychic dreams. One for the fungus lovers is my Amanita muscaria. Amanita mysteria. It's Amanita and wormwoods, yarrow, and some clary sage as well. But it's very heavily based in the Amanita and the wormwood, so it's a really great flying ointment, especially if you are doing ecstatic ritual, so more active ritual. I've also do tinctures. This is the favourite of a lot of people who like to do dream work or astral travel work. It's straight mugwort. It's a fantastic tincture for clairvoyance, dreaming, astral travel, and even protection. And I think it's underestimated for protection. So yeah, do give that a try if you feel able. And then another one for our times is skullcap. Skullcap tincture is one of the most underrated flight aids ever. You can put it in water, just 5 to 20 drops. So 20 drops is generally what we call one squirt of these. It's usually around the right measurement. It's absolutely fantastic to get into a trance, get some drumming on, and just get low. It's also can be helpful for anxiety. I'm not making any medical claims. It can be helpful for anxiety, PMS, hyperactivity, and nervousness. So if you're feeling a little anxious at home right now, skullcap tincture is fantastic. So all of my products are made ritually. So I collect them at the correct times. They're bottled and macerated from moons to moons, and those sort of timings are taken into account. I don't tend to work with the astrological timings as much, because sometimes the plants just they aren't at the right stage of growth for that kind of thing. So we tend to work with the planetary timings and go from there. So, I mean, you guys have seen my garden. I grow nearly everything that goes into the products. And if I don't, I tell you that I don't. It's important to me that they're as authentic as possible, and that's why it takes so much work to get everything to the state that I want it to be. And I think that I get such great feedback from people about the products, and I think that's because of the work that goes into them. And I'd like to think that, I've had some wonderful comments where people have told me that they can feel me in the products, and I think that's wonderful. I don't want to impinge on anyone's experience, and so it's not a deliberate act. But for some products and for some very highly empathic people, I think that that's always going to be the case. So anyway, it's Lunar Day 4. It's for causing love in a couple. It's Sunday, so the sun's meant to be out. It's not quite, but it doesn't matter. It's just a real good day for joy. So take the joy where you can find it. Make your favourite foods. Make your partner's favourite foods if you have a partner at home. Spoil yourself. Spoil them. Spoil your cats. He doesn't need spoiling. He's spoilt enough. And enjoy all the wonderful things that a day of the sun can bring. We'll be back to it on Monday. And there's definitely some work to be done for the moon with Monday. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow.